Right, year 10, let's have a think about the formation of headlands and bays. This is something we need to know and we need to understand for your GCSE. So I'm just going to get this in place. I'm just putting the C in. We're looking from above and I want you to, just bear with a moment. So I want you to imagine that we're looking down from above and we've stripped off all the grass and we've stripped off all the mud. And we can see underneath the vegetation and we can see the rock type. So you know, if you dig down in your garden, eventually, if you've ever done it, you will come to rock. And different areas in the country have different types of rock. Now, in this area, I want you to imagine that this rock here, the black, is a very hard type of rock. So it could be something like limestone. The type of limestone we see in Portland. It could be granite, the type of rock that is often used for gravestones or for kitchen worktops. So this is a hard rock, and if we had some of this rock in our hands, it would be, you know, very hard. Now let's imagine next there's a soft rock, something like a clay. You could actually crumble it with your hands if you had a piece. We see some of this soft rock just near the Oasis Cafe in Preston. If you walk away from Weymouth, the cliffs there are made of very soft rock. Again, let's imagine that's more hard rock. Again, limestone, granite, could be chalk. In this case, we count as a hard rock. And then soft rock. Now, the sea is here, so we're looking from above, and the waves are coming up and down, and they're doing all their erosional processes are happening here. So on a very stormy day, there's lots of hydraulic action as the waves smash against the cliff, compressing air, really smashing against the cliff, so pushing in, compressing air into cracks. There's bits of stone getting held at the cliffs, abrasion, hydraulic power, solution, and so on. It's all happening under attack. Which of these parts of the cliff are going to erode, be eaten away more easily? Is it the hard rock or the soft rock? Okay, well clearly it's going to be the soft rock, and what will happen quite quickly over tens or hundreds of years is this soft rock will start to be eaten back. Now the hard rock is also being eaten away, but very slowly. However, the sea can come right in over these soft rock areas. So the hard rock stays sticking further out. And again, yes, the hard rock is eaten away, but much, much more slowly. And the soft rock is eaten away much, much more quickly. So over time, we're going to end up with a situation like this. So the sea is here, my pen's running out, there it is, and if we were looking from above we would notice that we've got some areas that stick right out, and we call these headlands, and they stick further out into the sea, and they are made of hard rock and they erode slowly. And then here we have these areas that push in, and these are called bays, and they are on soft rock and they erode more quickly. And the sort of rock they might be made of is, say, clay. Now, what happens over time is that these soft rock areas end up being protected. So if you were here, the waves are battering against there and here, and they're sticking right out in the sea, so there's a lot of erosion happening, and it is eroding very slowly, hard rock. And here it erodes quickly until eventually it kind of ends up that it's being protected by the headlands around. The waves can't get in there so easily, and that's the point when we start to see sand collecting in there, and we call that, so you often get beaches in bays. So we have our headlands, hard rock sticking out, we have our bays, there's soft rock, it's going back there, and we often have material being deposited. You would never get a sandy beach here, it would be washed away by the powerful waves. Now, we do have a very, very famous example of this not too far away, and in year 11 we will actually go and visit it, part of our field work. So if you can have a look at this map, this is Swanage, if you've ever been there. So Swanage town is here, these are all the houses. But Swanage, you can see, is exactly what we've just been talking about. It goes right back. And this rock here is very soft. And when we go visit Swanage, we're going to walk along here and we're going to see that these cliffs are, you know, we'll crumble it off and we'll be able to crumble it in our fingers. However, if we walked here, which we won't, but we'll see the headland there, we'll be able to see that that is made of limestone, much harder here. And then if we come right round to this end, again, we see another headland pointing out, and all of that is made of the same rock type. It's made of chalk, and you can actually see it runs as a ridge all the way along to Corfe Castle and beyond. Okay, and then soft rock again. So, a bay, it's actually Studland Bay, if you've ever been there, that's Studland Bay. And then we have a headland of chalk, then we have Swanage Bay, which is clay, and then we have this limestone headland at the bottom. So, headlands and bays, it's all about the rock type.